It's basically computer code that you store in an online or digital wallet. So it's gone from under $1,000 at the beginning of this year to now around $17,000 per Bitcoin. And it's largely because Wall Street has taken notice, and professional traders and investors are jumping in and buying it. And now there's going to be futures traded on two of the biggest exchanges in the world, Bitcoin futures, and that is helping to push the price of Bitcoin up. So you buy Bitcoin by going online and setting up a digital wallet, which is where you will store your Bitcoins. And there are lots of sites that have this service, Coinbase being a big one. You go on there, you set up your wallet, then you link that wallet to your banking account, and then you can begin to buy and sell Bitcoin and store it in your wallet. So people have asked, will the rally last? And you know, like anything on Wall Street, it's really hard to say definitively that Bitcoin's price is going to stay at these high levels. There's certainly enough professional investor interest in Bitcoin to keep it going, at least for the foreseeable future.
Need to move money from place to place. The cost of doing so, the overhead, as you put it, makes me think, believe it or not, of Bitcoin, because some people have said, hey, Bitcoin is the answer to those problems. Are you a believer?
Well, Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And, of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient.
In fact, one can pay for a tour on Virgin Galactic up to the moon with Bitcoin. I think the Winklevoss twins have said that they would do exactly that. You think this is a currency that's really going to work eventually?
Well, I think it is working. And there will be other currencies like it that may be even better. But in the meantime, there's a big industry around Bitcoin.
It's volatile. It's volatile.
Yeah, but it is quite volatile. But you know, when in volatility, people can make money out of volatile situations.
Why was it important for you to give it sort of that stamp of approval, that endorsement, by saying to the Winklevoss twins, yes, you can pay for the ride with Bitcoin?
Because I'm not foolish. I mean, if people have got lots of Bitcoins and they want to go to space, I'd much rather they spent that money on our spaceship.
He joins me now. John, why do you think the word bubble cannot be applied to Bitcoin?
Well, first and foremost, Bitcoin is not a fiat currency. It costs over $1,000 to create a Bitcoin today in electricity and computing costs. Second, the value of Bitcoin is linked to the number of users and the number of transactions. It is not a speculative investment, even though it is being used as such by many people. As the Bitcoin network grows, the value of Bitcoin grows. As people move into Bitcoin for payments and receipts, they stop using US dollars, euros, Chinese yuan, which in the long term devalues these currencies. So what you're seeing is more of a currency devaluation than a bubble in Bitcoin. As more people use it, it has more intrinsic value. And again, the cost of producing a Bitcoin increases with the value of the Bitcoin. So this is not something that we're pulling out of thin air. This is something that's created with massive amounts of electricity and computing power.
Now, Bitcoin and blockchain go hand in hand, but blockchain's ability to track financial transactions in a way that is incorruptible, it gives it infinite amount of uses outside of the original purpose of using it for Bitcoin. Do you see blockchains overtaking certain aspects of the financial system as we know it now?
It will take over all aspects. People think that Bitcoin or the blockchain is owned by someone, by a company or by a consortium. No, this is strictly a mathematical formula that nobody owns, that we are all participating in. And we use the blockchain for everything from fixing supply chain problems in corporations, to verifying the authenticity of the sender and receiver in a financial transaction. It is the most powerful technology that the world has seen. Well, keep in mind, as Bitcoin grows and grows in value, other currencies, national currencies, are going to decline. So the advantage to using Bitcoin, the advantages are huge. If I do a wire transfer, it'll take me 24 hours. If I do a Bitcoin transfer, it takes me 30 seconds. It is instantaneous. I know people who do not use any other currency now other than Bitcoin. They buy their houses, their cars, everything using Bitcoin by connecting to other users who sell the things that they need. As more and more people use this, what will happen to national currencies? They will obviously devalue. They have to. So that 500,000 includes a massive devaluation in the US dollar, which absolutely has to come if Bitcoin continues to grow at its current rate.
Well, it's certainly a community effort, and the Bitcoin community and for other cryptocurrencies, it's only growing. John McAfee, founder of McAfee Incorporated, thank you so much for your thoughts today.